Hi, come on in. Hi, Taylor.
Hi.
I'm Lori. It's really nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too.
Okay, so before we begin, do you have any questions?
I was just wondering about your confidentiality rules, how that works, because I don't think I've really done this before.
Okay, great question. So the way confidentiality works is anything that we discuss in this session is completely private. I can't go tell a coworker or a friend or anything about what we discuss here. That also goes for your family members. They can't call up here, like your mom or your dad or whoever, or anyone else for that matter, can't call up here and ask, does she have a session? How did her session go? What was discussed in the session? That's all completely private. There are a few exceptions to that rule. If you tell me you're going to harm someone or you tell me you're going to harm yourself, then I'm legally obligated to report that.
Okay.
Other than that, everything else is kept private.
Okay.
Okay.
But if I wanted to give someone consent to whatever we talk about here, is that an option?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you fill out the proper paperwork, then we can release that information, whatever information you decide to release to that person with your consent.
Okay.
Okay? Any more questions on that?
I don't think so, not yet.
Okay, great. Before we begin, I do want to cover the referral process. If for any reason during the session or another session you feel uncomfortable and you don't want to continue our sessions together, that's perfectly fine. I can write you a referral to anyone in our office and get you set up with someone else.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Would the file transfer to them as well?
Yes, absolutely. The file will transfer to them along with all your paperwork.
Okay.
All right. All right, so let's start. So what brings you in today?
I've for several years had anxiety. Not that bad. But lately it's just feels like it's gotten worse.
Mm-hmm.
Feels more like something like a panic attack.
Okay.
I would say. Just really stressful.
All right. Do you mind if I take some notes during our session?
That's fine.
Okay. So you're feeling anxiety and some stress and what you feel like are panic attacks?
Yeah.
Okay. Has anything stressing or big recently occurred in your life?
Well, yes. I did get engaged several months ago.
Okay.
So
congratulations on your engagement.
Thank you. I've been planning a wedding like a mad woman.
Okay.
So.
All right. So yeah, that can definitely cause stress for anyone.
Yeah.
Planning a wedding. So you're feeling stressed, you got a lot of anxiety, you recently got engaged, planning the wedding. So are you planning this wedding alone? Is your fiance helping out?
He's helped out a little bit.
Okay.
I can ask him like a couple times. I asked him once if he would set up like our rehearsal dinner at a certain place,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess he doesn't take it as like I'm like not a procrastinator at all. Like I want things done like now.
Okay.
And he's not that way, so he dragged his feet. So I ended up doing it myself. So that's kind of how it's been going. So if I ask him for help, he's really busy or he forgets completely. So I've kind of stopped asking him really. Also, if I keep pushing it, I kind of feel like I might be like a burden.
Okay.
So once he just forgets, it's fine. I just do it myself.
So is there any reason why you would feel like a burden asking him to help plan y'all's wedding together?
That's a good question. I guess I did have this past relationship.
Okay.
It was a few years ago. I was actually engaged.
Mm-hmm.
It ended badly, but just that experience, I guess maybe I'm referring to that. I'm just afraid of that happening again.
Okay. Have you discussed this past relationship with your fiance and those feelings, maybe?
I had a little bit. I try not to. The past is the past, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I have talked to him a little bit, but I just try not to.
Okay. So I can see that you have a fear of maybe past patterns repeating themselves. But I understand you wanting to let it go and focus on the here and now.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. So is there anything else about the wedding bothering you, causing you stress?
Well, Money, um, or lack thereof.
Okay.
Well, at the beginning, like, you try to, like, budget everything out, and it just never works that way, apparently.
Right.
His parents actually offered us a bunch of money to pay for, like, my dress.
Okay.
That was months ago. They also offered to pay for his tux, and they even offered to give us like $1,000 for like a wedding gift.
Oh wow, that's really nice.
Yeah, that was for our honeymoon. They said, but his dad owns his own company, and he said like a bunch of stuff happened. He wasn't getting enough jobs, and there just wasn't enough money for them to be able to do that.
Okay.
But we had actually already made the plans for everything, like our honeymoon plans. I picked out my dress on the thought that they were going to pay for it, and I even asked his stepmom, like, is this amount okay?
Okay.
Can I get this dress? But then they weren't able to give us the money, so now we're, like, in a bind trying to get it all together.
Okay.
Feeling like we're swimming in debt.
Yeah. Paying for a wedding is definitely stressful, trying to figure out where all the funds are going to come from and budgeting and figuring out if you paid the vendors and all that. So that's definitely stressful. I can definitely see where you would have some anxiety over figuring out how to fund the wedding.
Yeah. We've even set up, it's called Honey Fund online, trying to get that honeymoon money together, and that's very stressful because I find myself on my phone all the time looking it up, trying to see what's happening. So that's stressful, just feeling like, I don't know.
So tell me about your support system during the wedding. Your bridesmaids, do you have those?
I have bridesmaids, but I guess they have busy lives. They're hard to get a hold of.
Okay.
I've told them, months ago, just like what kind of dress they needed, what color, but they're just kind of like dragging their feet.
Right. Okay.
It doesn't seem to be as important to them as it is me, which I understand, but still. Okay. So it just kind of seems like they're not really in the picture, I think.
So you kind of feel like not a priority. Your day is not as important to them as you would like it to be.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That'd be okay. So, wow, you definitely have a lot going on for sure. So you feel this stress, this anxiety, you're planning this wedding, you feel like you're alone planning the wedding. I mean, your fiance helps out when he can, you would say?
Yeah, yeah. I guess maybe it feels like I don't have anybody on my team, like, helping me.
So you feel pretty alone and like there's no support helping you out. Okay. That's definitely can be a stressing event and definitely could cause this anxiety that you're experiencing. So have you talked to your fiance about these feelings, this stress and this anxiety?
A little. It's kind of hard to explain it to someone, I guess, that's never experienced it.
Right.
But he definitely tries, and he tries to do what he can. He's taking steps. He's just, I guess, I don't know, maybe I'm too much of a go-getter, and nobody else seems to be the same. He kind of, I don't know, like, drops the ball a little bit.
So you feel like you're more organized and you're ready to get things done for the wedding, and he's just kind of more maybe laid back and it'll get done when it gets done. Maybe. So you're definitely the organizer, the planner, the pusher of getting things done. Okay, so that definitely falls on your shoulders, which again can cause a lot of stress and anxiety to be that person that is in charge. So you would say you're probably the one in charge of the wedding. Not necessarily the decision making of what it's going to look like, but making sure things are getting done.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And your fiance, I guess, is okay with letting you take the lead.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
He's been quite helpful though. When I have like asked him to do some things, and he can do that.
That's good.
Yeah, but with the bigger things, he just doesn't seem to.
Kind of lets you take the lead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, as far as your relationship goes, there's no feelings of stress there. Like everything is, you feel okay and comfortable.
Oh yeah.
Good.
I feel like we're pretty steady. Like we're doing really good.
Okay. Good. That's good to hear.
Yeah.
And as far as the support system in him, do you feel, because I know you said your bridesmaids, you didn't feel offered the support that you were hoping for. Do you feel the support from him where, as if you go to him with a specific question, he's going to give you the support?
I'd say mostly. I just, maybe I overthink things. I'm not sure, but it just feels like when I do talk to him sometimes, maybe he doesn't understand. Again, I'm really like into things.
Yeah.
Not like everyone else. So, but yeah, other than that, he's been great. Like,
Great. That's good to hear. All right. Well, from what you told me, planning a wedding is extremely stressful, and you've added on top of being in charge, being the one making the decisions, trying to figure out how to fund the wedding, and then on top of that, having bridesmaids that just aren't very helpful. It makes sense that you're having this stress, this anxiety, and what you perceive to be, these panic attacks.
yeah, so possibly like just the stress of all this could be causing this.
Right. You definitely have a lot of stressors and events going on in your life right now that could be the cause of the anxiety, the stress, and the perceived panic attacks. But there could also be some underlying issues that we need to explore, and it could also be a medical issue that we may need to address further on down the road. But we'll explore all of that throughout our time, and then we'll deal with each thing as we come to it.
Okay.
But for right now, what I want to focus on, I have an idea, and you just let me know if it makes you feel uncomfortable or if you're open to it. So how do you feel about having your fiance come and sit in on a session with us? I just feel like this could benefit you by being able to share your emotions with him and express how the stress of the wedding is affecting you and the anxiety it's causing and how you feel like you're alone in planning it. It would be good to just get all that out on the table. We also could come up with a plan, the three of us together, on how to help you ask for help and have you accept the help, and maybe even a plan with him on him helping out a little more to take some stuff off of your plate. How does that make you feel?
I feel like it's a good idea. I just don't know that I'm completely comfortable with that right now.
Okay.
That feels like a really big step that maybe I'm just not prepared for yet.
Okay, that's fine. We can definitely keep our sessions one-on-one for right now, if that's what makes you feel comfortable, and then we can explore this option farther down the line into our other sessions. I know we spoke on the phone before we made this appointment, and we discussed how your insurance allows you 6 sessions, so this would be your first one, so you have 5 left. And if we get to the 5th session and you feel like you need more time, we can definitely discuss that. We can work with your insurance, or we can work outside of the insurance and figure out whatever works best for you. So don't feel like you're held to those 6 sessions and you have to get everything figured out and worked out within that time period. Okay?
Okay.
So that's just something to think about farther down the road. Alright, it does look like our time is about up for today, but before we end this session, do you have any questions or concerns that we need to address before you go?
Well, I was just curious if I need to reach you sooner than my next appointment, for any reason, or just move my appointment up or anything. How do I reach you?
Okay, great question. So here's my card,
Oh, okay.
and that's got all of my contact information on it. You can text it, call it, and it also has my email. For any reason, if you need to reach me before your appointment or need to reschedule, I do ask that you give a courtesy of 24 hours before if you need to reschedule. If an emergency comes up, I'm definitely flexible and I understand. Just let me know so that I can make other arrangements.
Okay.
All right. So I guess I will see you on, looks like Tuesday at 5 next week. Is that good for you?
Is there any way we can move it to Thursday?
Yeah, you can get with our receptionist, and she can definitely reschedule you if that's what you need. All right, so it was really great meeting you.
Yeah, you too.
And I look forward to working with you, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
Sounds good. You have a great day.
You too.
Bye-bye.